Texting 1609er. Welcome to a Man Up Monday, or a Monday. That is the redoubtable one, Tom Izzo, and the highly questionable one, RJ Migliaccio. We have a what do we call it? It's not a Donnie. It's a snow. No.
A Yanni Brook.
It's a Yanni Brook. Right now we have a Yanni Brook going on.
It's also a manic Monday.
Yeah, it is a manic Monday. It is. It's
just another one.
It's just one of those. So, yeah.
Just another.
Wish it was Sunday.
That's my fun day.
That's our fun day, yeah. Just money. Anyway, moving on. It's terrible. Segment 1, IDD. For those of you in the know, I don't disagree. For those of you who just turn on, well, who the fuck are these two assholes?
Literally no one just did that.
No, but one can dream. So anyway.
One can dream.
What?
That was a beautiful delivery. Outstanding.
This may be a minute. Segment 1 is...
You can't get better content than
segment 1 is not...
Two sports nerds.
We're not...
luncheon over.
It's not going to say laugh-a-thon when I title this thing later. Segment 1, laugh-a-thon.
We lost 2 minutes to a laugh.
We did. But if you're going to lose 2 minutes, that's a pretty good way to lose.
Oh, man, it makes you feel so good
to
laugh like that.
It does, yeah. And then, this is coming from two guys who are utterly disgusted with their teams. So,
just negative as can be.
This is going to be a funny night, okay? This may be one of those, oh, honey, I'm just going to have to grab the couch right now. Because you're going to be sitting there going, wow, and why. But for the New York and Boston fan bases, it's different kinds of disgust. I think with the Giants, it's like people know they're on the up and up, but they know they're still rebuilt. So it's kind of like, oh, if they could have just got that, damn it. But then you kind of can catch yourself and go, well, they weren't supposed to be here, so they're not. This didn't kill them.
But that's hard to do.
It is hard to do.
That's hard to do, especially when they've been awful for 5 years.
Yes.
Like really bad.
Now they finally are on the cusp of maybe doing something.
And they're blowing opportunities. It's not like they're getting outplayed where you go, look, like they're just not there yet.
I think it's more, with them, I honestly think that they've a lot of injuries, man. Now that tight end that you like did come back, right? We saw
Bellinger.
him. Okay.
No, yesterday was the healthiest they've been in over a month.
Okay.
And that's my thing is like, I really thought it showed that they're better than the Commanders in that game. But when it came time to make the play they needed to make, several times they could not do it.
But they don't have, the whole world knows Saquon's the one guy. Yeah. There's no one else to make them, you know what I mean, to at least balance so you know what's coming.
It's Danny. You have to run him.
Yeah. The naked boot. I was calling for it. The naked boot. If one guy can execute the naked boot, it's Danny because he's faking to Saquon.
Right.
Who everyone's going to go, and jump at him. Yeah. So, I mean, he's got the ultimate, play action.
And so often he was able to run.
Yeah, he was.
He outrushed Saquon yesterday.
I think he did. Yeah. And let's not.
He did fumble the ball.
The Commanders are a good team. They've had their what ifs this year.
But watching that,
they should have beaten Minnesota. You and I both know Minnesota's 9-3. Okay, they should. I mean, there's a couple of games that they lost.
But that's where I get surprised because I'm like, but they beat the Eagles. They beat the Eagles kind of bad.
But this is the thing. They're young teams do this, especially when they have talent.
I guess. It's just watching the Giants against them. I'm like, the Giants look like they're better than them.
The Giants are a good team. You're the one who think they're a good team. Okay? When you look at their opponents, they're a good team. They are. They're 7-4-1. They're a good team. I'm not saying they're not a great team, but they're a good team. Yeah. And they definitely can be a playoff team.
I just wish they would take that little step because they're good enough to beat the Commanders. That's my point. Is like they are good enough.
If they just blew some plays. To me, if they can develop one of these tight ends that you got, and they just draft one stud receiver, because I think Slayton had another good game yesterday. Mm-hmm. Slayton did. He had another good game. This kid
had a big drop.
He had a big drop. He did.
It was not an easy catch.
No,
it got his hand. It was a full extension. Yeah. Bring it in the ground.
Yeah. On the way down, he bobbled it when he hit the ground.
Because he went full
airborne.
Extension.
He was full extension. I mean, honestly, it wasn't an easy catch.
No.
Was it doable? Yes. And if you held on to it, it would have been a highlight reel.
Won the game.
It would, yeah. I mean, it would have been a highlight.
Then you also had the taunting call
Yeah, that was bad.
The center went like this, and they threw a flag on him at that kind.
That was bad.
I mean, I know people would say, yeah, but he shouldn't have done it, which is true. But I'm so
if
sick
you can't let, part of what makes sports great is the rivalries you can develop. That's the kind of play that can develop a rivalry like that.
Dude, and in football, you're out there killing each other.
Football is
and you can't. Yeah. You're telling me you can't.
Football is the ultimate game of emotion, in my opinion, because of what it does to you physically.
Right. You have to be jacked.
There's a reason why they only play once a week. It's just that simple, okay? And so it's a game with emotion because of what the physical part of it makes it even more so. Even more so because of what it does to you.
I feel like part of you has to be in a hostile state in order to effectively play football.
Oh, I agree.
So you're going to penalize these guys when they knock somebody out and they stand up and go,
letting that out is a lot better than the alternative.
Yeah, give me a break.
But to have them suppress that like they're not human. Again, that to me pisses them off. They're not robots. They're not machines. They're human. They are entitled to the same emotions, and they work their ass off to get to that stage.
Yeah.
So letting them exert a little emotion now and then should not be a penalty. You physically touch another player, that's a different story. Okay, but the physical, that's not.
What I'm saying. I guess there are lines you can cross, but as long as you don't touch somebody.
I'm saying he didn't do that.
You could. Sometimes people will get in someone's face and point at the first down, and that could be a little excessive if you're you're entering somebody's space. But still, you look at what these guys do to each other throughout the whole game, and then it's like, oh, but you can't yell "F you" to me. Come on.
I don't get it, man. I agree. Listen. This is one he and I happen to 100% agree on. Okay, because you cannot. That's the one sport. Right. Out of all the other 3 and 4, that's the one that is the most physically what it does to your fucking body, and your athletes are already emotional by nature. This is just like throwing gasoline on a fucking fire. That's what football is, and to let them blow off a little. Come on, that's part of what makes the game great. And
even after plays, I think there should be allowed to be some shoving, a little bit sometimes.
What's going to happen to the guy is he going to have to sit on a couch for a week and need fucking psychological therapy? You're going to have PTSD from that?
No, that guy's just going to be pissed and he's trying to beat him.
He's going to try and beat him. That's what's going to fucking happen. And that's the best part about it. This shit can get settled on the field, okay? And these guys take this fucking shit away, and it takes away from the game what we love about it. Okay? It really does. Okay, and that's why I love when I see a guy get fired up. And they should not get flagged 15. No. You hit somebody after the whistle. That I get all day long.
If you're trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah, but this stuff, no. And that pisses me off. They call it the no fun league for a reason, but they can laugh at us because we're still going to fucking tune in on Sunday and watch anyway, even though we know it's going to fucking happen again.
And to me, it's not like that play lost the game for
No, it didn't. But
that was an annoying play.
Yeah.
And the Giants still should have won.
Yeah, they should.
So it's more annoying because of that. But Taylor Heineke made some good plays.
Dude, that 4th and 10, that's one of those plays where that's about what that guy did. Because the Giants forced him to his lap, bro. He's throwing on the run, going that way.
Going left, kind of.
That's just a great play.
Yeah.
The Giants did what they were supposed to do. They always talk about it. Force him out of the pocket, take away one side of the field. They did that, and they had him going up pretty as a ready. You want to force him left. The Giants did exactly what they wanted. They gave him a hell of a play.
No, he laid the ball back.
Dude,
he had to compensate for the fact that he was running left.
And he led the guy perfectly.
He laid it up there.
Yeah, it was a great play. It was a great throw. And I'm like, you know what? And the thing is,
he had 2 defenders chasing him.
This kid's been making plays like this. And this is the other thing. This is why, as mad as you could be, this is a good team they're playing. Both of these teams, they went into Philly and beat Philly. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
you can't take that away from them. They should have beat Minnesota. They gift wrapped that one to Minnesota. You were bitching about that. So I mean, remember they should have beat Minnesota.
They should have beaten
so don't tell me they're a scrub. They're not.
I know, but here's what I'll say. This weekend, if the Giants can show me they can play the Eagles tough,
then you'll be convinced.
Then I'll believe.
Okay. All right.
Then I'll believe.
All right. What? That's fair.
I mean, but I'm already trying to backtrack.
You can't. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know how you yourself said it. You know how depleted they are. Yeah. If the Eagles, if the Giants put up a fight against that team as depleted as they are, you can't open your mouth.
Yeah.
If they just come over and get ramrodded,
well,
that's one thing.
I mean, as depleted as they've been all year, like, I think I already can't say anything.
No, you can't.
Like, you
right. Really
can't. They've played as
way
good as they really can.
Yeah, they've played way over their heads.
Yeah.
And it's cool. That's the coaching staff and them. They all bought in, and now here they are. And the thing is, if I'm you, I'm rooting for anybody who's playing against Seattle.
Yes.
Because you got to.
That's who could.
That's who could catch them. You need them. Everybody who can beat Seattle. Okay. So you should be they should be your mortal enemy for the rest of the season. Because here's the thing about the Giants, and I know what he wants. He wants what I had in New England. He wants a 20-year run of greatness. And I'm not saying no. And everybody who wouldn't want that. But the bottom line is, here's the thing: if they
you always got to throw that in there. I know what he wants. He wants what I have.
Everybody would want that. Who wouldn't? The point is, I was just lucky enough to get it. Me, this asshole of all people. So,
you and a million other assholes that live up there.
There's a lot of us. Many. So many, I say mass holes. So many of them. It's like an entire region of mass holes. There.
It's a massive hole.
Yes. Mass hole nation. Card-carrying member. Okay? Anyway, the bottom line is, what I was saying was, for the Giants, after where they were last year, as in disarray as they were,
that's true.
To get what this would do to them long term, you're trying to change a culture. There's no way to change a culture than getting in the playoffs. Because everybody that plays football knows this. You get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Literally, anything can happen. And you just want a chance. Yeah,
it's like, whoa.
And what that does for your franchise going forward, now all right, these guys are in the playoffs now. You can't come in here and fuck around. No. They're looking to take the next step. They're ascending. So that's going to help because free agents going to want to go there, and they've got money. They've got money. Okay, and this is the thing. Now, here's the question for you.
What's the question?
Am I correct in assuming that both Danny Dimes and Saquon's contracts are up, or is one guy one more year in the same year?
Yes.
This is a conundrum.
Yeah, major.
Yes, it is. It's a major conundrum. And I don't know the right answer. I'll be honest with you.
There's no way they can sign Saquon. No way.
They can franchise tag him for a year and then do a deal the next year. Because you can do those deals.
You might have to franchise Danny.
Well, actually, you know what? Franchising Danny would make sense because he doesn't fall in the top 5 quarterback salary range, whereas Saquon would as a running back. Because it's all about top 5.
Oh, really?
You get paid the average of the top 5 at your position. If you're
what? I think it's no matter what. So Danny would be getting like 40-something million.
But this franchise tag, so it's okay. You can do it. You can do it. You can sign Saquon to the big deal, and then next year see what Danny Dimes does. And if he does it 2 years in a row and you take it, then you sign him again.
I think it's dangerous to sign a running back to the second deal, especially.
How old is Saquon?
I don't know how old he is, but man,
he hasn't played a lot of games. There's not a lot of mileage on his legs.
But he's been hurt because of the previous mileage, I think. College.
Injuries he sustained. These are hits. These weren't something where he was turning the corner and the leg gave out.
They were hits?
These were hits.
He blew out his ACL on hits?
Didn't he get hit on that play?
I don't know.
He didn't. There have been guys that have been hit. That's one thing. Or
maybe he just went down awkward, like twisted.
Now, if it happened on that stadium that they play on, I would actually believe that. And I'm not going to fault him for that when that happens to everybody else in the fucking league that plays in that field. In fact, they kept out what's his nuts for that very reason. Okay, and Chase Young in a game that they needed.
Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm over here yawning. It's not because I'm falling asleep. I think it's because I'm cold.
You're the one who came over here with one layer on.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just making an excuse for yawning.
Oh,
that's all.
Well, next time, be more careful.
So yeah, I would have a hard time signing Saquon to a long deal, even though he deserves it. I just don't know.
Oh, let me ask
how
you this.
Many years he has left.
What's easier? And I guess this is gonna lead to the question I don't want to ask him. What's easier, to find a top-notch running back in the draft or a top-notch or a franchise quarterback? What's easier?
A running back.
Okay.
Right.
So to me, you let Saquon go.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't see how you sign.
Because it's hard. If Danny Dimes is the guy, then you don't lose him. Because if you make the wrong move on that one, talk to the New York Jets about that shit. By the way, I had Mr. White do yesterday.
He did all right.
He changed them.
They had a bad first half. You talking about
the Jets?
Yeah, Mike White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the Jets don't
You're right. No,
I mean, and they got a number 2 pick sitting there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because here's my thing: is like the Giants are more than a running back away.
They are.
So to give Saquon the money he deserves, you're taking up the salary of 2 defensive players get, or a receiver and a defensive player. Like
that position is one of the ones that you can make an impact as a rookie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get.
They could draft.
And this is a very I don't know if he knows this or not, but I was looking at once the college football season, I started looking at Mel Kiper. That's who he's talking about. And this position's very deep in this year's draft. There's a lot of quality.
Running back always is.
This he's saying it's one of the deepest in recent memory. This is Mel Kiper talking, and this is what he does.
I would love to see them get a freaking awesome running back in the draft.
And I'm saying they could. There's enough of them. And you need a 3-down back guy who's a dual threat as a runner, as a receiver, because that's the way the game is now. But the other thing they got to do is they got to draft a fullback and they got to draft tight ends. If they're going to go through the running game, which is the smart move, by the way.
Defense too, though.
You can do both. You can build both interior lines in the same draft. You can.
Well, I feel like sometimes it's tough to draft a line and a secondary.
The toughest offensive lineman position to draft is left tackle.
I'm talking about D-line.
D-line, the toughest one to draft,
is the end.
Is the pass rushing end.
Yeah. And I feel like in order to get a top-notch end and a top-notch corner, you got to draft in the top 10. Now that's for I'm talking about
I just think first or second
Alabama
round.
D end or some D end.
The Patriots can write books on this. The defensive line of the Patriots is one of the few things in this world that are consistent. Okay, they've always had, and it's all out of the SEC.
So are those guys drafted low? Are they not up in the first round?
Bill's done it with both. He's got him in the first round and the second round.
Like Judon?
Judon was a free agent. We got him from Baltimore.
Okay.
But Barmar, who's a second-year guy from Alabama now, Richard Seymour, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had him.
What's the other guy's name?
Uche. He's a linebacker. This kid's good,
he's
too.
A linebacker?
He's a linebacker. Yeah. The Pats did draft him, though.
I thought he was the other end.
Judon's not an end either.
What?
He's an outside linebacker.
Oh, that's because it's a 3-4.
Yes.
He's an end.
He's a linebacker. They move around the alpha position. He's not a defensive end.
What?
The position he plays in that defense is called
Judon?
Matt Judon. He's a linebacker.
But that's because it's a 3-4, right?
He'd be a linebacker. If they were playing nickel, he'd be in the middle of the nickel.
Really?
Yeah, he's a 4-down.
Middle linebacker?
He is a 4. That's why Belichick spit on the money. He can play every.
I thought he was a big-ass DN.
No, he's not. He's fat. He's not small, but he's not big. He's like in the middle. Hold on. Let me see here. Now you got me trying to think here and thinking with a field goal by 13-3.
Well, because sometimes you'll see in the 3-4 defense, the ends are called linebackers.
Well, they have both though. They have defensive ends and they have outside linebacker. They have both positions listed. Hold on. Let's see what he's listed at. Okay, hold on. You might be right. Hold on. I just think of him as he's a linebacker because he plays in pass coverage too. He drops back.
Yeah, I mean they definitely drop back more in a 3-4. I feel like.
No, well, you got to be able to do both. That's what I'm saying. Where the hell is he? Well, they don't go alphabetically. Oh wait, here we go.
Don't wear shorts in December, folks. At night.
Matt Judon, linebacker. 6'3", 261. That's a linebacker.
6'3", 261.
That's a linebacker.
He is like a DN though.
Because he's long.
Yeah.
You think OC or Manure guys? Who's the guy on the outside there who's nasty?
JPP,
JPP was the other one. Yeah, long and lean, long and quick, but tall, like powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, I love DNs like that.
Yeah, and they're hard to find too. Yeah. And so guys like that don't grow on trees.
Giants line was nasty, and they had Tuck in the middle.
Tuck, and they had Strahan.
Strahan?
That was a Hall of Fame front four.
Oh my God.
It really was.
But the crazy thing is Tuck would play tackle.
Yeah, they were interchangeable.
And then swap.
That was it. That's what made they were versatile.
It was like,
you could flip them around and play. You could do that.
There's not too many guys that can.
There's not too many D lines, but there's not too many D lines that had that kind of flexibility.
Yeah,
there's not many in the history of the game. There's not many. So anyway, they were a very, very unique, talented squad.
I remember they used to call it the NASCAR line.
Yeah,
when they had I think it was Umanura, Tuck, JPP.
Yep.
I don't know if Strahan.
He was there.
Strahan there. Yeah, I guess that was that first.
Throckmorton's making a comeback.
What's the score?
It's 164-78.
Oh, gosh.
The term you're looking for, boys and girls, is blasting. Bum blasting.
See, now I'm down 7. God. So annoying.
Isn't that right, Chris?
You think Tampa can
Kovac.
return to
10 points
two
is not a lot of
interceptions?
points.
maybe Tampa can return? Yeah, but they're not scoring me points.
I know. What the hell is this?
They're not
I don't
doing
understand what they're
anything.
doing. I mean, I don't understand.
Pathetic. They've given up 13.
But you know what?
13-3?
Oh, he hasn't caught him yet either.
That's embarrassing.
I know.
Kamara's still not getting anything?
I guess not. He hasn't. The needle hasn't moved.
Oh, he's got 5.
He's a 5.
Dude, but they're up by 10 in the 4th. Maybe they'll feed him,
to run the ball. Yeah,
right? Like what?
They should. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Freaking Tampa just punted.
Again?
I'm like, what are you doing?
Going 3-0, baby.
God.
3-0. Anyway, all right. So anyway, let's go.
3-0.
Let's go back to football.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so
so
now
anyway.
we talked about my.
Yeah. Well, look, I want to
take
ask you
on-
one more question. I want your opinion on one more thing here. So,
Yes, sir. Please have some more, sir.
if you're the Eagles are coming to MetLife, this is the biggest game of the year. Period. Okay. I don't think he'll argue that for the Giants because, and I don't say
I don't see it like that.
I'm not saying they have to win it, but what I'm saying is, to his point, they have to put up a fight. They have to show they can go toe-to-toe with these guys and hang with them. They got to beat them because they're banged up, but they got to show they can hang with them. I think that would do wonders for this team, even in a loss. If it's like a 20-16 game, or a 24-16 game, or something like that, where they're in the game. Because Philly is high-powered. If you saw what Philly did to freaking Tennessee, okay, that was a beatdown.
Yeah.
It really was. And Tennessee is a good team, and they made it look easy. And it's not. That's not.
Yeah, they made that D
They
look
made
bad.
it look. They made it look bad. And Mike Vrabel is a very good coach. And for them to undress them like that, that was shocking. That was shocking. So in any event, I think the G-men have to put up a fight this weekend.
Let's hope they do.
Even if they lose, if it's 24-19 or 27-21, I'm not going to eat their lunch for that. That'll tell me they stayed with them.
Yeah.
And they were depleted. That bodes well for them. If they just roll over and die, that's a whole other story. Okay, that's just no. That's not going to be.
My worry is the Giants' inability to stop the run. I mean,
Well,
they just get gashed.
But here's the thing.
Left
This
and
is a
right.
great
Boom,
test.
boom.
What if the defense is able to contain it?
Well,
Maybe they hold them to 110 yards or something. Where they
I
don't
think if they hold them to 120, that's a win.
I'm saying because this team
When you
averages
think
like
about
do you know what
Jalen
they
Hurts-
average? The team.
$150.
They're like, let me show you. Yeah, this
gotta
is-
be 150.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Listen to me. This they are starting to look like the Dallas Cowboys when Emmitt Smith was around in the heyday, like that offensive line. They just bury you. They just literally bury you. It's like a herd of elephants going over a fucking. It's like I don't care. Pick an animal, anything. Just a herd of just running you over. That's what the Dallas line was back in the early to mid '90s. They were just a truckload, and Philadelphia is looking like that. We're starting to. So when I saw this, because I usually wait till Monday night's over, but I always check the stats, like the teams that I want to see where everybody is updated, so I kind of have an idea as to who to yell at, for lack of a better term. When I look at the team stats, though, I mean, you look at offensive leaders and you go, I mean, this is ridiculous. Philadelphia is third in total offense behind only Kansas City and Buffalo. That's total offense. So they're third in total offense. Here's where it gets very, very interesting. Rushing. I mean, when you go here, I mean, this is, where is it? I want the high. Team stat.
Every time I look down, it's Alvin Kamara up the middle for 1 yard.
1 yard. 1 yard?
He's like, oh, he's at 5.2 now.
Wow. Okay. Philadelphia is not number one in the league in rushing. That's shocking.
Is
Guess who-
Atlanta?
No, they're number 2. Guess who number 1 is?
Hang on, give me a minute.
Wait, who'd you say first?
I said Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, they're number 2.
They run the shit out of the ball.
No, they're number 2.
Okay, let me think. Hang on. It's not the Titans, is it?
No.
No.
Shockingly, no.
All right, just tell me.
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, Justin Fields.
They are averaging. Are you ready for this?
Forgot about that.
They're averaging 189 yards rushing per game.
I wonder what he averages a game.
Well, he will find out in a second. Atlanta is number 2 at 158. That's the gap between 1 and 2.
Well, do you know Atlanta has 3 running backs and Mariota?
I know. They're like the classic wing team.
They have
the old wing team.
So they've got Cordero Patterson.
No, the wishbone.
They've got Cordero Patterson, who they never throw the ball to. He might be one of the better receivers on their team, although they have.
But he's the best running back you've never heard of.
He's good though.
Yeah, I know he's nasty.
Yeah.
The Patriots. The Patriots won a Super Bowl with him.
Yeah.
I can't believe we let him go. I loved him.
So they've got Cordero Patterson.
Bill Belichick. Fuck up.
Number 2 is Tyler Algier.
Yep.
Number 3 is Caleb Huntley.
Yes.
I believe it's Caleb.
I think it is, yeah. And if we...
So you've got all 3 of them that they utilize, but really it's Algier and Cordero, and then Mariota.
Yeah.
That's where they generate.
And then
most of their offense.
And then it's number 3, no surprise, Baltimore at 157.
Lamar.
Number 4, Cleveland, Nick Chubb, Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're at 156. Number 5 is Philadelphia at, you called it 154. Like 150 something you said.
Is that what I said?
150, yeah, you were close. Very close. 154. Nice. And then guess who's right behind them?
Giants?
Yep, at number 6.
What are they averaging?
They are averaging 149.7. Almost one, just under.
Damn, that's pretty solid.
They're 6th in the NFL.
Damn.
I mean, that's amazing.
But their passing's got to be.
Well, but that's the thing. This is where I keep saying, I think, look, I will say this, he may not agree with me, but he's seen probably all the same games I've seen, probably even more so. But I've seen Danny Dimes, what week are we in now, 12, 13? I've seen him make
some good throws.
Probably 16 or 17 throws throughout the course that I looked at, only a starter could have made that throw. Mm-hmm. He is a starter in this league. I don't know how good he is yet, because, again, he hasn't had a real weapon. I like this kid, Singleton, what his name is? Slayton. I like this kid. I don't know what he is, though.
Samsonite.
Mr.
Way off.
Samsonite. Damn it.
Silly, sappy, sloppy, slippy.
Sloopy?
Samsonite.
So, anyway, the bottom line is Slayton looks to me like he could be a number 2. We talked about that. I think we agree on that. But they got to get this kid a burner, like a guy that defenses have to go.
Because Danny's got an arm on him.
He's got an arm. And I'm telling you, especially in that first Cowboy game, he's getting crushed. And he kept standing there. He made some throws in that Cowboy game. I was like,
I don't remember.
Don't tell me this kid, the first one. And I was like, this. And they all 23-16 was close, but they couldn't. Their offense, they just didn't have enough weapons. They just don't have enough weapons to stay with the Cowboys right now. But he hung in that pocket. He got hit. And he fucking made some throws, man. I was like, don't tell me this kid can't start. Because he kept. Look, it's one thing to get hit. It's another thing to keep getting back up. And this kid just didn't understand. Actually, it reminded me, ironically, me of Rocky.
Oh, thought you were going to say Eli Manning.
No, because there was a stretch in that game where he got knocked down like 4 or 5 times in a row. Yeah. And I don't mean like he got drilled, okay? Mm-hmm. And he kept getting up. And all in my head, after like the 5th one, I'm thinking, he's not getting up this time. And he got up like it didn't even happen. And then all in my head is I have a flashback to Rocky 2. And they're sitting in Apollo Creed's office, and the guy's trying to talk him out of fighting Balboa again. And he's like, "What are you so scared of, Duke?" And he goes, "Honest." He goes, "Honest." So Duke gets up. He does one of these. He goes, "He's all wrong for us, baby."
He's what?
He's all wrong for us, baby. I seen you beat that man like I never seen a man beat another man in my damn life, and the man kept coming after you. And we want that kind of people in our life. That was Danny Dimes after like the 5th time when he got drilled, and I'm like, he's not getting up. He just popped up. Like nothing happened. Went back to the huddle. I'm like,
you could get nominated for a YouTube Emmy for that.
I'm just saying. He's that
Rocky reenactment.
That when he got hit the 5th time and got up, like he got hit by a Pop Warner kid, and it wasn't. It was Micah Parsons, okay, who's only a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. But I digress. He got up and just got up, and didn't even, just kind of shook it off, nothing. Just went back to the huddle. I'm like, damn. Because at some point you take enough of these in a row, especially against athletes like him.
Yeah.
One time you don't get up.
But Daniel Jones is big.
Yeah, he is.
He has that face that makes him look like.
Yeah, don't be fooled.
But like
don't be
he's
fooled.
big.
He's big and he's bad. And listen to me. And he's resilient as hell. And the locker room, he's got the locker room. Just like Heineke does in Washington. There's two stories going on here, not one. Okay, they're both doing. There's two. Okay, and they're both on the same path, and both the fan bases know it. Neither one of them wants to admit it. Okay, because they both have to do something they don't want to do. And I believe I've talked to both. Admit they're wrong. Okay, because freaking DJ and Morgan don't be wrong about Heineke. They swear he's nothing. I'm like, he keeps winning.
I'll happily admit I'm wrong if I am.
But the bottom line is, you hear it from both. Like, are you kidding me? I would kill to have these two teams right now. My team.
Shut up, Mr. 20 years.
Listen, my team right now.
Take you 20 years.
Yeah, you know
it.
This team right now looks like the team I saw the first 20 years of my life.
No.
Yeah,
it's not that bad,
dude. They're a bunch of bottom feeders.
They were in the playoffs last year.
They bum blasted 47-17. And let's be honest, the only reason they got in the playoffs last year is when they faced Tennessee, no Derrick Henry, no AJ Green, and no freaking Julio Jones. So your top three receivers are out, and your quarterback's Ryan Tannehill. A Pop Warner team could beat that team with just Ryan Tannehill without those three. Okay. So I want to hear that doesn't count. And then when they face Cleveland,
you always do this.
No Nick Chubb and no Kareem Hunt.
You always do this.
So they beat Cleveland. Oh, like they didn't play the best team out there. Give me a freaking break. That's stupid. You take Tom Brady off whatever team he's on, that can't even count anymore. It's like, well, Tom Brady didn't play. What the fuck is the fuck who you beat? I mean, that's the whole point of it. Lawrence Taylor, same shit. Anyway, the bottom line is, okay, I would love to have your problem right now, but the York team is young and on the up. The Patriots, who the hell's what they are?
Well, I just hope the Giants keep this momentum building. I don't have high expectations for this year.
Fine.
I feel like, hey, whatever we get, it's a bonus at this point because I never thought they were going to win 7 games.
They've already exceeded your expectation.
You're
playing with house money.
When I can think about it logically, I don't have an expectation like Giants should win a playoff game this year. I don't even know if they're going to get in.
Yeah.
But they've already taken a step. I just hope the organization can take another step next year.
They got a good locker room. They're a bunch of hardworking blue. They're going the right way.
Tweeting from there's been guys on the team tweeting like, "Get me out of here."
Really?
Yeah, they're starters who have gotten minutes taken away.
Well, if you're not performing,
right?
Then that
Dable's running that kind of shit.
But that's usually the ship that wins.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that holds everybody accountable, and not just the bottom piece. The special players get special treatment. No.
Yeah.
No, you got to earn that. You got to earn the right to get special treatment.
You got to own it.
You got to earn it. When I say
you got to own it.
I mean rings. You got to win some hardware before you get some of that shit. Okay, so but the bottom line is, if the Giants to me just get in, that's a monumental win.
Yeah.
And what it would do for the franchise going forward in terms of attracting free agents and things like that, they got a good young quarterback, they got a good coach, they got a good young defense. If they can re-sign Saquon, or maybe they may draft the next Saquon.
Yeah.
Because there's, like I said, the depth of running back, they can get a good back in the second or third round this year, or at the end of the first round. There's depth at that position.
But in the first round, I think they need to focus on some other things.
Such as, give me a spot.
Well, I think if they could get somebody in the secondary,
shutdown corner. Shutdown corner changes everything.
If they're picking in the teens this year, maybe.
Yep.
You can find. You
definitely can find a number one. Absolutely. They found those guys in the third, fourth round before.
Like that would be great.
Yeah.
I want to say a top flight wide receiver, but I think they need to make sure their trenches are good.
Well, all right, let me ask you this. Because I agree with that, but let me ask you this. If it comes down to, if this somehow happens, where let's say they draft an 8, maybe they make it and they draft 20th or whatever. They get in, right? They get bounced the first round, but they get in. So they draft in the low 20s, okay? Yeah. So wherever that is, whether it's 20 through 24, whatever, or 19 through 24, somewhere in there, if they're there at that spot and you have a choice of, and again, these staffs, they rate players for them, for their system, by position. They literally rate them every position. If whoever's there is number one on their board in 2 or 3 places, which one do you go for? Say it's a shutdown corner, say it's a wide receiver, say maybe it's a left tackle.
What do you mean
center.
number one on their board in 2 or 3 places?
Every team rates every position based on need. Okay, and they have a list.
So you're saying need, want.
Yeah, but but the first thing is need.
Right.
Okay, and the reason for that is because everybody runs different offenses and different guys excel in different systems. So these guys literally they can get right down to the offensive linemen.
Well, yeah. So if you have a player that's
fit,
that's in the top in multiple categories
that will fit the system you want to run. But which one do you take? Say it's a shutdown corner.
So you have the choice of multiple.
One of them
that fit your system.
But we have one choice at that spot. Yes. So you got to choose. Do you value the shutdown corner? The number one defense has to change to guard this guy receiver, or that offensive or defensive lineman who could be the anchor for the next decade?
The defensive lineman.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
I think. I mean, they just drafted Kayvon Thibodeau, which is the only reason why I hesitate a little bit, because it's like you just went D-end with a top 10 pick last year.
Mm-hmm. What if it's a left tackle? To protect his
they have.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's really
okay,
good.
So maybe, all right, maybe
Andrew Thomas has had a great year.
Okay, well, tell me the most glaring spot in the offensive line. If you could replace one guy, who would it be?
Well, I mean, they also have another guy they just drafted last year who has struggled a little bit. I think it's Evan Neal.
Okay.
He's their right tackle.
Yeah.
But he's shown progress. So I think they have their tackles.
Okay.
You know.
Well, look, center, an all-pro center, by the way.
That would be good. Yeah.
That would be very good. Yeah. Okay, because trust me, those guys are hard to find too. But if you got them, then you got.
I don't know. You get an all-pro center at like 20.
Well, it depends on what. What's the if it's not a
like to me like
it depends on who needs
if you can get somebody like Micah Parsons, I don't know why they'd still be there at 20, but somebody on the
stranger
defense,
things have happened.
Like somebody on the defense that changes the game like that.
Yeah.
God, that's such a.
If you can get that guy, if you can get that person at one of those three levels, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. No, but I'm saying. Sorry, so you say defense.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Defense, I'd probably go line.
I don't disagree with that because the lines are built from the team is built from the inside out.
Right.
I mean, any great coach, they start with the offensive defensive line because if you can't win there, you can't win.
Yeah,
you can't win.
And to me, if I got to pick between a corner and a D lineman, I'll typically pick D lineman because if we're killing your passer, our corners are going to look good.
True. They look better when the guy doesn't have time to throw. You're right. Yeah, he's got to get rid of it.
If we're getting pressure on the sides up the middle,
because there's two ways to do this. Yeah, you can either get the shutdown corner, which takes away a side of the field, which makes everybody better.
Yeah.
Okay, or you get that guy off the edge that they've got to double team. Because if they don't, 15 sacks. It's just that simple. They don't. He's that dude. Yeah. Okay, and they're around the league. There's a few of them. All right, but and I think he might be right. That probably, if you look at the sack stats, there's not a lot of guys in double figures. There's still 5 games to go. These guys get there, but there's like 3 or 4 guys that are right there. Okay, that are just those 4 studs. Yeah. Okay, and they're all at 10 plus. But there's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're hard to find. They are. Well, I don't disagree with that. The reason I say number 1 receiver is this. If you're able to...
so that would be your pick.
Number 1 would be wide receiver. If the top guy on the board that you want is there, yes. Yes, because the big what if this year is what if they could throw the football?
Yeah.
What if they had a guy out there that you had a game plan for him like you have to game plan for Saquon? Everybody's like, "What?" That's the biggest what if. What if? Because Danny Dimes is having a very good year, and everybody's like, "If this guy had about fucking, what if he had a number 1?
Yeah.
What if he had a guy like that who, like a Devontae Adams or a fucking the dude Jefferson or fucking Cooper Kupp or fucking what's his name? Who's the other guy? AJ Brown. What if he had a guy like that? What could he do then? And what would that do for Saquon? Because now you can't put it in the fucking box anymore. Yeah. Now you got to take at least 2 of your secondary, which is your other 3 guys are all one-on-one now. If one guy wins a matchup, boom, there you go. So, and you like this tight end? What's his Bellinger? What's his name? Yeah, he looks pretty solid.
Yeah,
and he's a rookie, right? Mm-hmm. What could this do for him?
What happens to me is like I start to think about receivers they've drafted and missed on.
Well, that's enough.
But
this is a new regime.
Exactly. And that's why it's like you can't go, oh, well, we tried to draft this kind of player last year and we missed, so now we're not going to draft.
But it's a new regime.
That. Right.
So isn't this his first draft?
Yes.
Well, I'm interested to see what he does.
No, they must have hired him before the draft last year.
I don't know. They might have.
I think this will be a second draft.
Well, anyway, I'm interested to see what he does with this group because I think he's got something here, and I just think he needs to add to it. I don't think. And if look, maybe he's right, and maybe the asking price for Saquon's going to be too high. But you find out. You find out because if you can keep him too, and you add this receiver, okay, or find him. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I mean, if Saquon wants to sign a deal that's like not good for him, then yeah.
No. I mean, he can.
He should.
If I were him,
he could get big money.
If I were him, he's going to get big money either way. This is about a question of how much is enough.
He could get bigger money.
I think what I would be looking for if I were him is not so much the max, but the amount of guaranteed years. Mm-hmm. Because to me, if he gets a 5-year guaranteed deal, I don't care what the deal is, I'll take it. Because the thing is this.
You'd give Saquon 5 years, $100 million?
I'm not saying I would. I'm saying if I'm him, I'm not saying it's going to be 5 years. Maybe it's 3. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. Yeah. He's injury prone, but he's still young. And the other thing about the injury, I don't think he has a lot of mileage on his legs yet. So
maybe you're right.
He may end up lasting longer because look, he's got to stay healthy. That's the thing. Yeah. But I mean, the bottom line is the other thing about the stud on the outside is it takes the workload off him. He's not having to carry the ball 35 times a game because they can't throw. Okay, so it does a lot of things.
It was funny. I was listening to Boomer and Gio this morning, and they were talking about how it looks like Brian Daboll wants to kill Danny Dimes and Saquon Barkley because he doesn't care if they come back. Like, they're not his players. Like, the way they're running.
They're winning.
Like, the way they're doing it.
Well, look,
it was obviously a joke.
Yeah, of course it was a joke. They're in the playoff race. He's fighting to win every damn game is what he's trying to do. And they're his best players.
But they're running. Yeah,
they're his best player. What the fuck are you going to do? If he sits him, what's going to look like? I mean, no, he's got to do this. And this is where, again, you got to get another guy out there. You got to get a stud, a guy that is a Pro Bowl receiver. You need that because you have a Pro Bowl running back, and you might have a Pro Bowl quarterback if you add a Pro Bowl receiver. You might turn him into one because I don't think he's that far off. I really don't.
You love Danny Jones.
I have watched. He's had 2 good years out of 4. His rookie year, you liked him, but he had too many.
Yeah,
he was good his first year. Then he had 2 bad years, but again, there's a second coach, third coach. What's going on here? What am I doing? Who am I throwing to? Do we have a consistency here, please? Like literally, one plan goes out the window in a year, and you start over. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then he's got to adjust. It's like being a rookie all over again. He's never had 2 years in one offense.
Yeah,
that's insane to me. I mean, it's like it's nuts. And to your point, they haven't drafted a number 1 receiver. So they've
tried though.
Yeah, but they've missed every fucking time.
They went Kadarius Toney.
They've missed every fucking time.
Well, they drafted Odell.
Yeah, but I'm talking about with Danny Dimes here.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't drafted a good receiver since they got him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they might have drafted Slayton same year as him.
Slayton is turning out to be pretty good, but we don't think he's. Do you think he's a number 1?
No.
I think he's a number 1. I think he's a decent receiver, 2 or 3.
No, you're right. They haven't been able to figure out.
They haven't found this guy.
I mean, Sterling Shepard's been there for a while, and he's a good receiver. Again, he's not
that dude.
1.
He's not that dude.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows football knows what a 1 looks, acts, talks, walks like.
Dude, Sterling Shepard's a great slot guy when you have a 1.
When you have a 1, okay. He's a compliment to a 1, okay.
And he actually played really well as their 1. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I mean. I am very curious to see what this guy does. And so far, he has said and done all the right things.
Who?
The GM.
Yeah.
To me, he's done a good job so far. Yeah. They've changed the culture. They are in this damn race. Listen, this is no fluke they're here. They play good defense in the red zone. They're one of 7 teams not holding teams below 20 points a game. 7! Okay? And look, if you're below 23 points a game, you got a solid defense.
Dude, it's weird, though, watching them because they get gashed left and right,
but in this league, everybody gets gashed. Even I've seen everybody get gashed.
I understand that, but
it's the way the rules are too. You can play good defense, get a freaking penalty downfield from.
I understand. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying. It's hard to understand how they're only giving up that amount of points.
But don't. I'll tell you what.
It is
the Patriots made a living off this for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots, let's be honest here, only had 1 dominant defense. And that was the 04 Patriots. That dude. That was one. To me, that was one of the top 5 defensive defenses I've seen in my life. From the 80, they're right up there with the 85 Patriots. They only gave up 14 points a game, and that Peyton Manning. But there was some they had some studs. There were some guys that could sling it. They could sling it, and I tell you what, the 04 Patriots defense was no freaking joke, no joke. But the thing is,
was that Vrabel?
That was Vrabel, McGinnis,
Willie
Roosevelt, Colvin. They had what's his name there? Ted Johnson in the middle, run
Richard
stuffer.
Seymour on
Richard
that team?
Seymour, Ted Washington. Who was the other dude from A&M? What was his name on the other side there? Ty Warren. They were fucking. They were fucking loaded. And then they get dude. They were that front seven. Teddy Bruschi. They were fucking.
Teddy was on that team?
Yeah, they were fucking loaded. And then Ty Law. Ty Law, who was the second best cover corner of his generation, behind only Deion Primetime. It's Primetime and then Ty Law. Look at the stats; they don't lie. And Ty Law has 3 rings to his 2. Okay, and Ty Law could tackle. Ty Law was a much better tackler than Deion was. Deion was faster. Okay, he could close faster. Ty Law was a much better tackler. Okay, but the bottom line is he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Then they had Rodney Harrison, who just came over from San Diego and was pissed off at the world. Rodney was the best strong safeties ever. He's the best one I've seen since Ronnie Lott, who was a freaking for the fucking 49ers back in the day. So that's where he was. That
Ronnie
team.
Lott, the guy with one finger or something like that.
His finger got cut, came off, and he went back in the game.
That's right. Yeah. I knew something happened.
Ronnie Lott was a nut job.
Yeah, he got it taken off. Like, did they snip it or just
sliced off?
Ugh.
And he just
like on a play?
Yeah, they taped it. They just taped what was left. And he went back. He went back in the game.
I just felt that.
Yeah, well, I did too.
In my body when you said.
I didn't see the game live, but I saw the highlights. I was like, how the fuck is he doing that? I was a teenager. I was like, are you kidding me?
See,
he was a nut job.
Yeah, I was too young for that. That was in the mid 80s.
This was Lawrence Taylor era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Singletary. Remember? She got the eyes.
Dude, Mike Singletary.
Remember the eyes he had?
Scary.
Like, oh my God, that was the 85 bit. Think about this era. Oh my God, defensively. They're crazy.
Do you remember when Mike Singletary blew up?
Oh my God.
About Vernon Davis?
Yeah.
He was like, what was he yelling about?
I want winners. Can't work with them. Don't want them. Don't want to hear them. Fucking lit them up.
Can't work with them.
Can't work with them.
Can't win with them.
Don't want to work with them.
Don't want them.
Don't want them. Don't need them. Don't pity them.
I remember he smacked.
Oh, he slammed him.
Oh God, I want to pull that up. Can we pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
No.
Fucking hysterical.
God.
It does have a few laughs when we talk about the Patriots.
I did a radio.
Speaking of laughs. Oh my God. In any event, while he's pulling that one up, yeah, Mike Singletary's rant when he was a Niners coach.
Were we talking about did we get here from the Pats?
Pats, yeah, defense, and how we were saying how, what that can do,
No, you don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead, ask the question. Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team, and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No, you know what? This is how I believe. Okay, I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I want winners. I want people that want to win.
That was a pretty good speech, yo.
He wasn't lying. I mean,
was a pretty good speech.
If you saw what happened during the game, you're like, yeah, all right.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Can't work with him. Don't want to.
Yeah,
awesome.
one of my favorite,
awesome.
my favorite of all time, and I actually.
If he had gone one step further, don't feel sorry for him.
Can't coach with him.
Wouldn't even cook for
Can't
him.
do it. Yeah. He just keeps going down.
He
He
just kept going down the line.
He's like, can't watch TV with him.
Can't share a cab with him.
Can't break bread with him. Can't sleep naked next to him.
Oh my God! Can't walk a dog with him. It's stupid.
Can't get an ice cream cone with him.
Stupid stuff. Can't get my seat on the bus.
No, but my all-time favorite, and I actually, when I was working for a radio station, I did a bit making fun of this.
See, he's no rookie.
But Denny Green's rant.
Oh, you want to crown him? Crown him.
I'm pretty sure he was coaching the Cardinals.
Yes, he was.
And they were.
We knew what they were.
Yeah.
You knew what they were.
Oh my God. The Bears are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Now you want to crown them? Gonna crown their ass. Thought we let him off the hook. Oh my God.
That's great.
That was hysterical.
Every now and then a coach blows a gasket, and it's fucking. They're probably. I guarantee you, they're watching it later, and they're laughing their ass off. I can't fucking believe I lost my shit like that. And,
man.
But then you're like, well, I can tell you why. So and everybody's just laughing at you.
Should we listen to that one?
Yeah, why not? I don't care.
Is this tantalizing TV for people that can't see it?
Right? You just have to trust us.
Yeah, they can hear it.
4 picks against Grossman and 2 fumbles. What do you see?
Look at his face.
We shut him down that way.
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were.
I love the comedic part of this. How he starts off almost like, and I don't really give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? The Bears, and then he just starts launching into a freaking tirade. I love the little bumbling
blind rage.
He was bumbling, pretending not being mad.
Blind rage.
He was pretending to not be mad.
Against Grossman and 2 fumbles.
You know, I mean,
about the Bears, we shut them down that way.
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull?
Oh, here it comes.
We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
He just walked away.
Oh my God, that was classic.
Oh my God.
That was so classic. Oh. But did you hear the way
Oh my God.
he's almost acting like he doesn't give a shit? You know, he's like, well, you know, I mean, the Bears are who we like, and then it's like, once he finds his words, you can feel the anger coming.
Oh yeah.
He's like, we played him in the preseason. Third game. Who the hell takes third game like it's bullshit?
It's building. It's like building.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And then he makes it a line. He goes, you know what? That's true too. And he just keeps going and finally snaps.
That's why we took the damn field.
Someday I realize I'm very right to be angry.
I love the way he leans out to the side. He's like, that's why we took the damn field. And then he leans out to the side and he goes, he smacks the podium.
What the podium do? Podium had nothing to do with it.
Oh man, that's a classic.
Oh my God. No, every now and then a coach blows a gasket.
What's your favorite?
Oh God.
I think Denny Green is my favorite.
The problem is, some of the ones I know you weren't. I don't think you were alive.
Really?
Well, the one that keeps coming to mind is the one by the Buccaneers coach Jim McKay, where he was like, "Well, we screwed up by not blocking. We made up for it by not tackling." But he just kept going. It's like fucking. And he said the way he fucking said it was just like, we suck. We fucking suck.
Oh,
like, there was those 20 penalties. Yeah, but we couldn't stop there. We had to turn it over 8 times. Yeah.
He did that.
He just kept going. And he was saying, the thing about it was he just kind of like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you pick a spot, okay? We suck across the board. It's like you left nothing out. It's like, and I'm just like going. And of course, I'm like, I'm maybe 10, and I'm like, I don't know what to make of this. My fucking father's dying in the chair. He's fucking dying. He's like, oh my God. And then he said that too. And he's fucking, he's calling his friend. Did you see McKay? I'm fucking dying.
I definitely did not see that one.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
I feel like baseball has had some good
They've got
rants.
some good ones too.
They've got some really good rants.
You can you could find them. I mean, at some point in every sport, a coach is lost.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Jim Leland's had some.
Yeah, I mean, they've... and there's the Jim Moore with playoffs? Playoffs? The fucking playoffs?
That one...
Can't win a damn game!
I feel like he got a little annoying in that one.
Oh, my God. No, I think he was annoyed with the fucking reporter. Like, you crazy? We've lost 3 in a row. Playoffs?
But eventually his voice annoyed me. But that's still a classic. It's a classic.
The look, the eyebrow, whatever it is, looks like playoffs? Playoffs? He's lost 3 in a row, freaking playoffs.
I'm trying to think of some. I know Lou Piniella.
Oh my
Lou
God.
Piniella
Lou Piniella
had
is
some
another one.
meltdowns.
Yeah, Lou Piniella has had some classic meltdowns.
I remember Charlie. What the hell was Charlie, the Phillies manager that almost fought a reporter? Charlie Manuel.
Is that really? Did that happen?
He was old, and he tried to go after.
He went after the reporter?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, man, what the fuck? Like he
Oh,
and he was like, Charlie Manuel's country. big country guy.
Yeah, not someone to be trifled with.
But old.
Yeah.
Old as all get out. He went after. I just wish I could think of some more.
There's a lot of them. I don't know. McKay's the one that I always remember because the way he did it. They didn't win a game that year, like 0-14, whatever. And this is like in game 11. He's lost it. He's just totally. It doesn't matter what he tries. They suck. They can't do a fucking thing.
Oh, Herm Edwards practice. Ditka had some meltdowns. He had a couple of meltdowns. Bill Parcells.
John
Chaney. Remember
John Chaney?
John Chaney would go off.
Yeah, he
would scream.
Bobby Knight. Oh my God,
yeah.
Bobby Knight.
They got John Tortorella. I know he coached the Rangers at one point.
I believe, yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah, I believe, yeah, but you're right. And they're there in every sport. And you catch a coach, and again, you don't know what's going to trigger it. It's just like, but it's always after a loss.
It's a shitty game. Remember Herm?
It's always after a loss.
Remember Herm Edwards?
Yeah.
You play to win the game. That's why you play.
Idiot. He's literally got like, if you could say that, like, you fucking
That
idiot.
Singletary rant was.
That's epic. That was epic.
That was pretty emotional.
There's a few of them. But Bill Parcells, Bobby Knight, you could go. Listen, yeah, they're there. Don Nelson. Oh my God.
Don Nelson.
From the Milwaukee Bucks.
Basketball has had some.
Don Nelson would lose his shit. Don Nelson, I went to his camp. He was the greatest guy. Ex-Celtic, 8 rings, stud. Wins Coach of the Year like 3 different times. He won with Golden State, won with Milwaukee like twice. He's a stud coach. And when he would lose it, his hair would go, like it would look like he got pushed out of a moving car. His hair would start out the game like all prim, but by the end of it, it's fucking going like this. And like his tie would is now down to here, and he's drooling, and he's just like, he looks like he played. He's sweating. And then the reporter asks the question, he just freaking goes, "What are you, crazy? We doubled them, we tripled them, I'm the only one who didn't try to guard them. Everyone else guarded them. Didn't matter what the hell we did. You saw the game, you were there. What the hell were you doing? At the popcorn stand again? Flirting with that freaking lady, weren't you?" And he just goes off. And he just looks like he played. Like he's sweating in his fucking hairs. So he had some epic rants. Frank Layden, the very fat coach for Utah Jazz.
Very
fat coach. He looked like a fucking.
I don't remember anybody before Jerry Sloan.
He was the one before Jerry Sloan. And he was good. He had Stockton and Malone.
Do you remember
he was good
college football coach who they interviewed as they're running off the field, and he's like, "The players are playing their tails off, and the coaches are screwing it up." Do you remember that?
The coaches?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't.
And he said it just like that.
No, I don't.
Let me see if I can find that. You'll remember it.
I'm sure I will when it comes back. There's so many rants you can't remember.
Players are playing their tails off, and the coaches are screwing it up.
In any event, while he's looking for that, we have not talked about the Patriots yet. Do I want to talk about the Patriots?
Dude, yeah, we spent way too much time on the Giants.
Do I want to ruin my night? I'm having a good night hanging out with my buddy, my brother from a not so adjacent. Well, no, she's sort of adjacent. She's sort of adjacent. Mother. Anyway, bottom line, I don't know how far. It's pretty close. An hour drive. That's pretty adjacent, I would say. Anyway, the Patriots.
Let's go to Jack. As you watch
Thank God. Thank God. Sorry.
Cannot believe what is happening. Let's go to Jack.
John L. Smith.
Do you know?
John L. That's John L.
You're upset. Tell me about it.
Very upset. We should have been in a ball game with fast field goal. The coach had sent him in. We shouldn't have sent him in. That's a damn coaching mistake. The kids are playing their tail off, and the coaches are screwing it up.
Don't have to say any more than that, Brent. No, you certainly don't.
I think we're good here, Brent.
The kids are playing their tails off. The coaches are screwing it up.
I think we're good here, Brent. Back to you, Brent.
Brent, I just got my ass reamed. Send him in.
Brent, with all due respect, I'm afraid to ask another question. This guy might beat my ass.
Somebody call security. I'm in danger. This man's on a goddamn mission.
I don't get paid enough to get abused, Brent.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, that was Jim Gray, by the way, who was the one running beside him.
That was Jim Gray?
That was Jim Gray. He was trying not to wet himself.
He's had some bad moments.
Oh, he's had some terrible moments.
Remember when he asked Pete Rose about the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that was
at the All-Star game.
Yeah, that was kind of no class.
Was that the All-Star game?
Yeah, it was no class.
Yeah.
It was classless. It was like, look, we know that don't think we already know. Why you do that? It's like rubbing it in. It's like, come on, man, you're better than that. That's crap. Dude. I didn't like that. I'm not a Pete Rose guy, but I was like, you know what? That's low. That's low blow. I mean, it was like, come on.
And that was like when Pete had been away for a long time.
People were happy to see him.
Right.
It was like, come back and fucking Jim Gray's like, come in and fuck the whole thing.
So what do you think about the Hall of Fame?
How come you're not in there, Jim? It's because you're looking like fucking smack.
Because you're a damn degenerate gambler.
Oh,
couldn't stay off the bookies, could you, huh?
But your best friends with Moose and Rocco when they had a chemical.
I don't know why I'm talking like a boxing announcer from 1920. I guess you couldn't come through, could you?
Could you? No.
Sorry.
You degenerate.
Apologies.
That's all right. But anyway.
Have you seen the Mike Tyson interview? And this is from years ago, where it reminds me of that because Mike Tyson is doing an interview on a morning show, right? Like a morning TV show, because I'm
assuming it was a big one.
Popular one, rather. It was a pretty big one, but it wasn't like the main like Today Show. Yeah. I think it was in an area where he was doing a show. Like he was putting on some sort of event, so he was promoting it.
Okay.
It was like a play or a book, or I don't know what the hell it was.
Okay. This was when was he still fighting?
I think this was after that.
Okay.
And, the guy who's interviewing about it, he says, he's had just in the middle of the interview, he's like, the checkered past of, the rape and like just brings that up with Mike Tyson. Nowhere. And Mike Tyson's whole energy changes. The whole vibe he starts, you see his jaw moving. And in the middle of the interview, he's like, you're a rat piece of shit. And he's like, I'm fucking I was scared for the guy.
Yeah.
And it was it was interesting because I'm like, damn, I don't know why.
He didn't swing. He didn't hit him though.
No, he didn't. He did. That's what I'm saying. It was later in his life.
Talking about dodging a bullet.
Yeah, for real.
Holy shit. So Mike, what about all this rape and stuff? All this fucking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man, the dude looks scared too.
He probably.
Mike, come on. Here it is. Here it is.
Who's that dude?
You read up on him. You sort of been following.
No, I didn't read up on him. I watched him on television.
Right.
In the States, he's a big hit in the States. Big hit.
Now, some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You don't even want to hear say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that. Because it's negative, and you're being negative, and I met the mayor, and nothing they can do about it.
We actually had a really good time. We talked about George Travello, who's a legend in your city.
He's twitching.
Man with whom Mike spent quite a bit of time yesterday.
Look at him.
Talking about his highs and lows.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
with that comment.
Come on.
No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
We're doing live TV.
Hey, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
All right, you got a show that you're doing tonight. We are. A lot of people are. Where it comes the raw and it's the real truth. Yeah, a lot of the truth. Be there to see your show. Just tell us a bit about it.
It speaks for itself. Everyone saw the show.
All right. It's a Broadway production. It went to Vegas. It went to actually 28 cities in the United States. And we're really proud to bring it here. And we're actually going to Monaco on October 9th. We're going to be in Monte Carlo. Right. Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box? How does it compare?
I don't know. It's more nerve-wracking for you here is talking to a rat piece of shit like you. No, because you're a piece of shit.
All right. We're gonna wrap up this interview. Thank you for coming in.
Fuck you.
Wow.
That was pretty fucked up what that guy did.
And why'd he go there?
I mean, I guess on one hand somebody would be like, well, did he rape somebody? Are you a rapist? But it's like, he went to jail for that. That was a long time ago.
He paid his penance for it. I don't condone it, obviously, but why would you bring that?
It was just a weird thing to do.
I actually don't blame Tyson for being mad.
No.
I actually don't. Not if I side with him.
I'm kind of shocked that he didn't.
I kind of like. Why would you
guy.
just ask that question though? What's?
Well,
the
he
point?
obviously was trying to get a rise out of him.
No, he's looking to get his head taken off.
Yeah.
I mean,
He got what he looked for.
yeah.
Tampa defense,
What's the score?
16-10 New Orleans.
How much time?
39 seconds.
Who has the ball?
Tampa, first and goal,
Where?
5-yard line.
Well, put it on. Oh, you can't, can you?
Let me see.
39 seconds?
Might be over by now because this is
Probably
probably
is.
delayed.
Let me see. I'll be there in a second. Nope. It's first and goal at the 5. Holy crap.
Come on.
They got to get a touchdown. They stink in the red zone.
Oh no.
Oh, man. They just tied it, but they got called back on a holding.
What?
Vegas. Mother.
Dude, put the fucking game on.
So I have second down.
So freaking.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, because they just got a holding.
Jesus.
16 final score would have been all I needed. Oh my God, Vegas.
I don't know why she's got it like that. Nobody wants to see you, bitch.
What's I'm stuck?
First and goal, 16. See why that timeout would have been useful?
No, but dude, charge it. Here.
See why that timeout would have been freaking useful? Oh my God. Oh my God. If I get a Tom Brady touchdown right now and hit all 3, I will lose it. Because it was very risky for me taking Saints plus 3.5 and Bucks money line. Oh my God, Godwin had freaking room! He had room, 8 seconds. Oh my gosh, nobody tell me, my TV is clearly behind. Okay, I'm 2-1 right now. I will go 3-0 if the Bucks score a tutty. Can you guys still hear me after the phone call? Because sometimes when I get phone calls, it turns off the volume. Can you guys still hear me?
No, we're not doing a second segment tonight. I don't
My
think.
toes are frozen.
My toes are frozen. I can not feel my toes. Anyway, we were live there, watching whatever the hell's about to happen here. For those of you who don't know, Tampa Bay is on the 15-yard line. There's 12 seconds left. They need a touchdown to win, and that's what's happening. What did you just do? You took the dent in the screen. You
What did I do?
Move that thing. You tinted the screen. What did you do?
I tinted it? Oh, it must have.
What did you hit?
It must have sat on this.
Thank you. We have light back, ladies and gentlemen.
No, they couldn't see that. That's just what it looks like to us.
We got tinted windows. All of a
We
sudden,
have light back.
we had tinted
No, it was
windows.
the screen.
So
Andy Dalton just beat Tom Brady.
yeah.
I mean, I know they weren't playing against each other, but.
No, he didn't. Touchdown, Tom Brady.
Oh!
With 3 seconds to go.
With 3 seconds?
3 seconds left.
Here it is. We'll see it.
Who is it?
Rashad White.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Brady's never dead.
He just won't die. Tom Brady is Jason Voorhees of the NFL.
What do you think? You think he misses the extra point?
They better not, or he'll kill him.
Brady's got to come out and kick the extra point.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He's the only one on this fucking team.
That means he has to hike the ball. How the hell is he going to do that?
He's the long snapper, too.
He's going to pull a Bugs Bunny. Remember Bugs Bunny gets the Gas House Gorillas? First base, Bugs Bunny. Third base, Bugs Bunny. Outfield, Bugs Bunny. Left field, catch it early. Bugs Bunny. 9 by Bugs Bunny.
No, I shouldn't say that. Tampa's got players.
Playing center, Tom Brady.
Tampa
Left
has
guard, Tom
players.
Brady. Right guard, Tom Brady.
Ryan Suckup.
He's a
That's
flag.
probably offsides. There's always an offsides on a. There's always an offsides.
So is it the kick?
I wish this person would be quiet.
Looks like it counted. It's on them.
Yeah.
So Tampa Bay.
That's hilarious that I said that. As soon as I said that, they scored.
I look at What else do I got to say? What else needs to be said for all you idiots up north who thought it was Bill Belichick and not this guy? Okay? The Patriots have lost games like this all year long. Okay? Tom Brady somehow keeping this team above water when it's not because that much going with it. And I'll tell you right now, and the game didn't start out great for him. 2 touchdowns. They were
shit. New Orleans just returned the kick.
No, they didn't.
Game over.
No, they didn't.
Game over.
No, they didn't.
Special teams.
No, they didn't. You're full of shit. You're the worst liar ever.
You still check, though.
You damn right I'm checking.
You're
You're
like,
a
no,
big
they
fucking
didn't.
liar.
No, they didn't.
No,
they didn't.
They couldn't.
No, they didn't. Thank God.
Thank God. Anyway,
No, thank God.
it was 13-3 going into the fourth quarter.
I know, and we were kind of like, what a game.
What a snorathon that was. And we just missed the greatest comeback. Well, I can't even say it.
Okay, so in the fourth quarter, Tampa scored a touchdown, a field goal, and then a touchdown to win it. Is that right?
No, they had 3 points. They scored two touchdowns in the fourth quarter after doing nothing.
That's right,
for
13-3.
Yeah. And they somehow, and the one thing about New Orleans is New Orleans does have an elite defense. They just have no offense at all. Their defense is very good. They just can't score. They can't do anything.
So in between scoring 14, New Orleans scored 3.
Yep. So
And lost.
And a
no, they just ran back to kick. I'm sorry.
Do I even want to talk about the Patriots and ruin my night? All right, look, here's the lowdown.
Yeah, you do.
Here's the lowdown. And Ryan Clark said it. What's changed from this offense last year? Personnel
You should pull out
exactly
some
the same.
olives for this discussion.
Yeah, and honestly, he said it. He said, Matt Patricia, Joe Judge.
Gone.
That's the only thing that's changed from that. This is why he goes. He said it. He goes. Mac Jones didn't just forget how to play football. This guy was an All-American at Alabama. Okay, national champion at Alabama. This kid, they were in the playoffs as a rookie. He was runner-up rookie to Chase. What's his name? Jamar Chase in Cincinnati, who broke a rookie record. Okay, that's the reason Mac Jones wasn't the offensive rookie of the year. So I mean, he's like, and everything he's saying is true. But you put 2 guys in there that don't know how to play to his strengths, don't know how to play up his strengths. You know why? Because they've never coached that spot before. They've never taken a quarterback from year 1 to year 2. Okay, they don't have it on their resume. They've never done it before. Monumental mistake, Bill Belichick. And everyone's been saying this. We talked about it in preseason.
Yeah.
We said this is going to be the thing that derails him, and here we are. 51 offensive plays last Thursday night. He called 1 good one. Now, I'm no mathematician, Tom.
Those are poor odds.
But 1 out of 51?
Ain't bad.
Is that even 1%?
So you're saying there's a chance.
Are you...
You're saying there's a chance he'll call a good play.
What?
You can't ask for much more than that. Every now and then you'll see.
If you think about this game,
he calls a good play per game.
If Ramondre Stevenson, who is a stud by the way, didn't break 3 tackles on every play and made something out of nothing, and Mac Jones running for his fucking life, that was the offense.
Fran Tarkenton.
That was it.
Remember, wasn't I calling him Fran Tarkenton?
Yeah, it was. He's doing this shit, and there's nowhere to go. And he has it's ridiculous. It's a miracle Mac Jones didn't get killed the other night.
He was like a circus act.
And as it was put in the papers on on Friday, Saturday morning, Mac Jones didn't fail the Patriots. The Patriots failed Mac Jones. Because that's the truth. That is the truth. There's no way a kid with this talent, his work ethic, his everything, who everybody loved not even 12 months ago, suddenly looks like this by accident. He didn't forget how to play. Okay? So...
Think not what you can do for
Bill
the Patriots.
Belichick,
think what you can do for Mac Jones.
Well, why not? Well, Mac Jones is the Patriots. If you have no quarterback, you can't compete. We talked about this with Lamar Jackson last week, and that ass clown of a fan saying, yeah, we should get rid of him and get a solid team instead. Yeah, right, you dickhead. You fucking kidding me? If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a team. It's that fucking simple. Talk to him. He'll tell you. Okay? He hasn't had a quarterback since Eli. He probably didn't even like him. He won 2 Super Bowls with him. Okay, he's going to the Hall of Fame, and he still doesn't like it. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And how stupid of me. If he couldn't like him, why would he fucking like Danny Dimes?
Oh, eat shit. First of all, if you'd seen some of the things Eli did in the seasons when they didn't win, you'd be like, how is this the same guy?
Got to.
But my point is, in the same season Eli won his first Super Bowl, he had a game where he threw 3 pick sixes against the Vikings. He literally could look like the worst quarterback you've ever seen and then make a throw that almost no other quarterback could
Well,
make.
I got news for you. To have the numbers he has, he didn't make one throw.
Oh, no.
He made several.
No, he's-
Okay,
he's-
did he make mistakes? Yeah, he made mistakes. But he still had a better than 2-1
Eli
touchdown.
was a great
reception.
quarterback.
He really was a great quarterback.
Yeah.
And so he knows what one looks like. So the thing is, like,
And he knew how to handle New York.
yeah, that, by the way, which is another thing in and of
Which is
itself.
like not what a lot of people can do.
The one thing I will say for New York, they have by far the worst sports media. It is. But the word mercy is
They will
not in their
turn
vote.
on
They
you
will
in a
turn on
heartbeat.
you like the disgruntled girlfriend who fucking caught you
Yeah.
just smiling at another girl.
You'll be
Just
in a
like,
you'll be
oh,
in a headline on the Post.
Good God.
The
The
minute
New York
something
Post
happens.
is shameless. They are. They don't give a flying fuck. They don't. You fuck up in New York.
Everybody knows.
Hey, look, they got a song. If I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. That's not a fucking lie. Okay? Especially as an athlete. Okay? You got to get rings, plural, and they'll still jump down your fucking throat.
Well, I remember
So, I mean,
Eli dealt with Tiki Barber coming after him.
Yeah.
And
He
because
dealt with some
Tiki
shit.
went to the media
Yeah.
afterwards,
Yeah.
and I feel like he didn't have to do what he did to Eli.
Yeah.
He talked about, nobody ever listened to him
Yeah.
in a team meeting when he stood, when he looked kind of scared, and then Eli said, "This is when everyone in New York started liking Eli."
Yep.
He said something like, "He doesn't even play anymore."
And here's the no, but
And it was like,
Yeah.
good for you. Saying
Yeah.
like, he didn't go, oh well, everybody has their opinion. He basically was like, I don't give a shit what he says.
yeah. And you need that. You need to have thick
Right.
skin to be a
That's
quarterback.
exactly what
Yeah.
you need to be
Yeah. Yeah.
in New York. It's
Shit
like,
what he says.
okay, he's not in this locker room.
Yeah. Who cares?
Gives a shit.
He can't help me.
Yeah.
But no. Then kudos to him for saying that.
And I remember when
Okay.
Michael Strahan
So-
said, "I love Eli Manning
Yeah. Because he doesn't take shit.
because
And you got to
he
be.
got him a ring."
You got to have that kind of to be a quarterback. You got to have some stones, man. Don't be fooled. You got some stones. And Mac Jones, by the
Rolling
way,
stones?
Mac Jones has some fucking stones.
Oh,
okay.
anybody
He
with the
does.
name McCorkle.
Yeah, you got to be tough with a name like that.
Yeah.
Okay? Because his childhood couldn't have been easy. So the bottom line is, he's a tough motherfucker, and he's a hard worker, and the locker room loves him. And it is for and it's not. And he's not one to speak up. He's not. So for him to do that says volumes. And then he came out.
Oh,
and
you mean when he was yelling on the
Yeah, and then he
sidelines?
came out and he apologized for it. He took blame. He didn't pull a fucking Zach Wilson. He goes, no, I have to be better. Starts with me.
You got olives in there?
So yes, I do have olives in there. God damn it.
We need a couple for this
Oh,
combo.
no, I don't have them in the house. I have to go
Oh,
get them.
damn.
Anyway, we'll get them. But anyway, we're going to warm the toes up too. Anyway, bottom line is this. You gotta get the digits up there. Warm the digits. Anyway, the bottom line is this. The Patriots are fucking Mac Jones up. And somebody went so far to say, Mr. Orlovsky from ESPN, that in the offseason, Mac Jones should demand a better, an improvement, upgrade OC, or demand a trade.
Really?
That's Dan Orlovsky, who played in the league for a dozen years, and on ESPN, he's their top analyst. And he's going, if I'm Mac Jones, and this keeps going the way it's going, at the end of the year, I'm going for office. I'm demanding two things: you either get an offensive coordinator or you trade me. And you know what?
Have players done that in recent years? I haven't heard of a player doing
I don't know. I know it's happened before at some point. I don't remember how recently, but the thing is, it depends on who's doing it too.
that. At least it's never been made public.
Yeah, if it's a guy like a Mac Jones, who by all accounts is everything you want in a fucking quarterback in terms of his personality, his work ethic, his
He
intelligence.
doesn't seem like a me guy.
No, he doesn't. Far from it. And the offensive line we're talking about as a rookie, when they screw up, he'd run the laps with them even though they screwed up. That's a fucking team guy
Yeah.
right there. And he's your quarterback, and that's what you fucking need.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah. So for him to do this, tells you. And he wasn't the only one. Kendrick Bourne spoke up on his behalf.
Yeah.
One of the offensive linemen spoke up on his behalf. So he's not reaching here. He's not reaching, and it's nothing
yeah.
that nobody's knowing. Bill Belichick said today, here's the double
Everybody
down.
sees it.
Here's the double down. Bill Belichick says today to Mike Reese, it's too late in the season to make changes.
I saw that. Too hard to make changes.
Too hard
now.
to make. How hard? What you're doing isn't working.
It's
We just
not
need to
that
do it.
hard to go, we're not running that play anymore.
Not really. It's not that hard to go two tight ends when you have two tight ends.
Right.
That's not fucking rocket science, Bill. So, I mean, the bottom line, you go, I said in the thing, you want to blame me? Blame me. Okay, Bill, I'm blaming you. Okay? I'm blaming you like I've been blaming you since the day Tom Brady walked out the fucking door, and I went and looked up all your stats without Tom Brady, because not only an ego man, he better be that good. And I looked at your record, you weren't that fucking good, and you're still not that fucking good, and now you're showing how average and mediocre you are. Okay? No one, you're not fooling anyone. Okay? And you can sit there and
Nobody's
tell me,
fooled.
you better pray Tom Brady doesn't do something in the playoffs. You better fucking pray. Because if he does, that owner of yours already fucking shot the warning cry. We can't go 3 years without a fucking playoff win.
Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Saying a prayer for Bill.
Why?
You were telling him, you said you better pray.
You better pray. You better pray Tom Brady. Again, that's the type of win. That's why Tom Brady's Tom Brady.
I know, but that team is not going anywhere.
Yeah, but that team's their nemesis. That team always gives them shit. They swept them for the first time in like 10 years.
New Orleans?
Yeah. They've never swept New Orleans. They swept them for the first time in over a decade. And they
never swept them or hadn't
it's been a decade since they have. Over a decade. New Orleans has had their number before Brady got there and since.
Well, yeah, because
so for them to turn around and
New
sweep
Orleans
them,
had Drew Brees for
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, even when Tampa Bay was good, New Orleans would do this to them.
Yeah.
Before. They always have been a thorn in their side. So for them to sweep them and to do it the way they did, I'm telling you right now,
You think Tampa's got a shot?
I think any team with Tom Brady on it gets in the playoffs and they have a shot. Because I've seen him do it too many fucking times with talent less than this, I might add. Okay? So I've seen him do it up close and personal. So if he gets in the dance, and I got news for you, they're going to host, they'll be at home for the first playoff game. Because they'll be a division winner. Yeah. Then that means he gets to the second round. Ooh, you know what his second round record is? It's better than his first round record. So if he starts to get the wheel rolling, you watch what happens.
He likes a big game.
He lives for it. He lives for it. So
he's a big game hunter.
And if that happens, Bill, you're on notice, motherfucker.
Notice.
You're on notice. And I'm done being nice. The bottom line is this: I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of your arrogance. I'm sick of your everything. And the best part about it is I'm no longer the only one. And on that note, Bill, we're going to end this segment because my toes are fucking frozen.
Oh my God, my toes are frozen.
I can't feel one chubby little digit down there, and God damn it, I need a snack. Anyway, there may or may not be a segment 2. We'll come back if we feel like it. And if we don't, then so be it.
We'll see
you just have to wait till the next time. Yeah, it'll be Wednesday. Who the hell knows what kind of state we'll be in by then.
We didn't even talk about the hot stove.
By the way, that's why there might be a segment 2. So if we get a
go. All right, we need to warm up.
We won't. Might be back. Even the frickin' mouse froze.
You're going to have to bring this in when we come in, I think. So